What's up guys, we are back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the risk of going all in. So the number one thing before we start that I want you to know over here is, number one thing that I'm going to give me. Yo, what's up guys, we are back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the risk of going all in. And now what does that mean? But before we start, I want you to know two things. Number one, I'm not here to waste your time, and number two, I'm not here just to give you information, because information is all over, let's say, the world and all over the internet. I'm here to actually change your life. So in the next 10 to 15 minutes, I promise you, if you take these 10 to 15 minutes out of your life, it's going to change everything, and you're going to be aware of what is holding you back and what should you expect when you want to go all in. So before we start, if that's your first time here in this channel, my name is Muhammad Murad. I mentor CEOs, executive, and high-end performance to people literally that are in the same consciousness and the same energy of mind, to elevate them physically, mentally, and spiritually by reconnecting them to their core values, family, and God. And that's the most important thing. But before we start, I want you to know that I'll be talking about these 4 points. I want you to write these things and answer these 4 questions. So as we go through these things, I want you to go and recap your life. See, where are these 4 things that I apply into your life, just for you to be aware of what is going into your life. So let's start. So number one thing that we're going to be doing over here is, you will never have all the answers when you first start, but there is a reason behind that. So if you want to get to that next level, you want to burn all the boats, you are risking every single thing into your life. Maybe now you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s, or even in your 50s. The number one thing that is going to be super hard for you is to go all in. Why? Because you are stepping now into the unfamiliar. So there are some certain things that are going to come into your head. You're too late, you can't do that, you have a lot of responsibilities, and so on and so forth. But once you want to risk everything, it's not about the knowledge that you are lacking, because obviously you can find all the knowledge here on the internet, and nowadays it's like ChatGPT, but it's not the knowledge that you are after, it's the clarity and awareness. So I can give you literally, or someone like, let's say, a high-end performer gives us all the blueprint on how to get successful, but it's not the knowledge or the information that we're after. It's like, what do you mean by that? So now once you tell me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, why should I do that? There's going to be a lot of clarity that you need to be aware of so you can get to that next level. So the number one thing that you need to be aware of is, you're not going to have all the answers, because now you're building a new version of yourself. But to build a new version, you need to build a new clarity behind everything that you are doing. So let's say, for an example, that's your first day at the job and you don't know anything, and then a year passes. All of the things that once felt hard because you didn't have any clarity for, now feels easy. Why is that? Because now you have clarity, you have information, and you have knowledge, and you have experience, if that makes any sense. So the number one thing that you need to be aware of is the clarity behind everything that you are doing. And it is okay for you not to have all the answers, but the most important thing is for you to start and take that decision, because that's the number one thing that you need to do. It's not the information. I can give you all the information, you can do all the meditation, you can do all of the manifestation, all of these things, but nothing is going to work until you take that decision and action that I want to go all in. Once you do that, it's like there's no way back. And that's the second point over here, is there is no in-between decision. It's going to cost you your old life. There's something that is called ambivalence. I want you to search that up and write it like in capital letters. Ambivalence. Search that up. So that's the most deadliest silent thing that each and every single person go through, and you might be going through that, is you are in and you are out. You can't decide. Should I do it? Should I not? Should I go? Should I not? Should I buy it? Should I not? Should I stop? Should I not? You need to make that decision and quit on being in the middle. I remember one time I was sitting with a CEO, and he was telling me about the company and the profit. He was like, Muhammad, one day this company was about to go bankrupt, and maybe not a lot of people are going to know about this. Maybe the people that are working with me don't know about this. But the only thing that separates me and any other CEOs or any other individual that is pursuing his dream, and this is the time, we have heard a lot of times, is there's a difference between someone that is in it and there is someone that is in and out. It's like, I don't know if I will do it. Let me try it, and then 2, 3, 4 months passes and then they go back to the old self. There's a difference. And if we're gonna go and see the stories behind these two people, this guy that gave it all in and burned all the boats and was figuring out the ways as he was going and persisted in going through his dreams, this guy got successful. But the other individual, the other virgin, was like, you know what, let me try for 3 months and let me try something else. Maybe it's not for me, and all of these things. And that's one thing that you might be going through, is like the ambivalence. It's like, should I do this, should I not? And that's the thing that we talked about here is, so he was like, Muhammad, this company was about to go bankrupt, but the only thing that separated me was my persistence, and I repeat that, my persistence, that I'm going to make this work no matter what are the external factors. And I remember one day my mom, I was telling her about, things that have been going into my life, and she was like, Muhammad, let me give you one simple direction and one simple advice. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. I was like, Mama, what do you mean by that? She's like, Muhammad, if you're gonna do the right actions, you're gonna take the right decisions, and you're gonna follow up with that, there is no way that you're going to fail. And at that time, it felt harsh. It's like, Mama, you don't understand what I'm going through. Mama, it's different than what you're saying. But at that time, I didn't have that, let's say, clarity, and I didn't want to face the truth up until I closed the call. I was like, okay, let me understand, what did my mom mean by that? 1 + 1 is equal to 2. And that applies to, like, let's say, the law of physics, and the law of life is, once you want to pursue things and going all in, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have a lot of struggles, you're not going to have a lot of obstacles, you're not going to have some days that you're going to doubt yourself, you're not going to have some days that literally nothing is working into your favor. It is because it's making something out of you, and that's the number one point over here. And the second thing is, you made the decision. There's no in between. And once you have that, let's say, burning desire of actually achieving the goal that you wanted, you're going to find a way. And when there is a way, there is a will to do that. And let's go now to number 3. I will talk about a story for this one too. You are going to believe in your dreams that people are going to call you crazy for. This is one of the things that you might be going through, as I told you. So let's say now you're in your 20s, or you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your environment, your responsibility, your friends, your family, the people that you look up to. They are going to call you crazy for quitting something. Let's say you have a job and you want to get to that next level. You know that you're meant for more. You know that you have got everything that you have inside of you, and you've been giving everything for this company, but it's not rewarding you as you wanted. You know that deep inside, I know that I'm capable of more. I know that, this dream, God has put that for me because He knows that I'm capable of. But sometimes the people around you are going to call you off that, and little do you know, years are going to pass by and you'll be like, man, I wish I burnt all the boats, because either ways, time have passed and I still didn't achieve my goals. Now at that time, this might feel super scary, super hard through the things that you're going through, but it's your decision. Do you want it or you don't? And once you take that decision that I'm gonna burn all the boats and follow these, like, let's say, 2 steps, you are aware that sometimes people are gonna call you crazy for pursuing your dreams, but at the end of the route, going back to what my mom told me, 1 + 1 is equal to 2. And that is where sometimes mentorship helps, sometimes hiring, let's say, the coach, the mentor, the investment banker, whatever it is that you are after, hiring people that already got what you wanted, but now you're doing it in less time, you're not guessing. So you can go either ways. You can find your way through, let's say, time, through effort, maybe through frustration, through all of these obstacles, through these struggles, going through the road with gaining clarity. Or the second thing that you can do over here, if you're capable of it, is hire a mentor, hire a person that was already in the position that you want to be at, and he's going to take all of that away from you and get you to the let's say, to the next level, to the results that you wanted in a shorter and less period of time, with less headache. But the most important thing is he's making you aware of what are you going through. That's the most important thing, because you need to understand that if you want to get your business from, let's say, $1 million to $10 million 10 million, you need to be aware of what are the things that you might face, because let's say the mentor is telling you all about the strategies. You need to gain clarity so you can get also to that next level, so understand what you're going through. The fourth thing, and that's the most important thing that literally changed my life forever, is you can't walk this route without God by your side. You need to have faith in God. Literally, you need to have faith in God, and the dream that He gave you is the actual route that you are going to pursuing. Because a lot of times, as we always say it over here, is there are going to be some people, environment, and the most important thing is once you're, let's say, laying on your bed, nobody is in your room, and you're just going through that phase, through that thoughts. Are you going to let that devil call you out of your dream and get you back to the old self? Or are you going to have faith in God, that God, I'm now walking this route with you, guide me as we go? And you can't do that alone, because at the end of the day, there are going to be a lot of self-doubt. There's going to be a lot of times that you're going to be like, oh, nothing is working, and things that are not going to go your way. But once you have God by yourself, answers are going to be appearing, clarity is going to be showing, and awareness that you're going to be gaining. And the most important thing is you're listening to your internal gut and taking that action after you ask God for clarity. Because there's two ways that we can connect with God. Number one, once we're praying, we're connecting with God, and God connects with us through thoughts, maybe through people that we actually trust, giving us some clarity on how can we get to that next level. So this is it. These are the four things that I was aware of, and now I gained a lot of clarity on. That is when I burnt all the boats and went on all the mentorship, and that's why I connect with people that are on the same level of consciousness and energy. They know deep down that we are made for more, and we want to motivate and inspire the people around us, but it all starts with us gaining clarity. And once you do that, you can help the people around you. So this is it for today's video. If you have came across this video, and up until now there's a lot of people that maybe just scrolled off, comment down below, maybe let's say abundance, a word. If you're gonna comment abundance, is gonna show up on my phone, and I know you're the real one. You came across this whole video and you have gained clarity. And the most important thing that I want from you over here is all these 4 points. I want you to gain some clarity on where are the things that maybe you need to be aware of, and what are the things that you have been going through. Gain that clarity and take some more actions. Once you do that, you're going to reflect and get to that next level. And if you want help with that, you can book your first discovery call. We can go through your goals, your dreams, what are the things that are stopping you, and how can we get you a game plan to help you to get to that next level. And that's what I do best with my partners, and that's why you're elevating. Thank you so much for this video. Make sure to subscribe, share this video, and see you guys in the next Tuesday.